do this very often, but I'm going to do a second video today that's more just on trucking. So, which I'll probably cover some of the stuff that I've already covered in the previous video. But I felt like, and this is probably one of the harder things I have with doing YouTube, is focusing and the direction that I'm going in the video. So part of that is staying on topic, and really, if you're going to explain something, follow it through all the way. So trucking, in my opinion, this is just me, and I don't have all the answers, and a lot of guys do in several different ways, or just there's no major difference. It's just the little things that they do different than other guys. But so in Maine, like I said, I said about center mounts, but we do have straight trailers too, with no loaders. Those usually, the straight trucks run along with conventional tree length through, which would be stroke deliver or pull through deliver, but mainly just stroke delivers. Even the pull through delivers, they'll slash it up, and center mounts will haul them, especially in the area where I am. So I think one of the things, I don't know how bouncy that camera's going to be. I've got it kind of hanging. But so I think in Maine, which it's not like the trucking's great, but I would say probably one of the biggest problems that we have here too is trucking. And it's just, there's not a lot of money. I think one of the biggest factors is where you're working geographically. We do have a lot of markets in Maine, which we're lucky for that. But it doesn't mean all those markets are closed for a lot of these guys. So for me and where I live, we're kind of in the prime area. We have a lot of local markets and reasonable trucking. The problem is that when you get areas where the trucking isn't close, the biggest problem is the trucking starts to eat up so much of the money, you almost can't afford to cut the wood. You can do it. The problem is that if I'm traveling far too, it's costing me more money that's different. So depending on what it is, there's certain products that are a closer haul that I can pay a little more money than I have to, so that they're making extra money on a close haul or something of that nature. That way, with the other product that's tighter and I don't really have the extra to give them, they're not screaming and yelling that they're not making enough. So that's kind of my angle. You know, I don't know that if it pays off in the long run, because I guess shrewd businessman wouldn't give anything anyway, any extra anyway. But I feel like I wouldn't want to work for somebody that was trying to squeeze every nickel out like that. So I treat people the way I want to be treated, or I try to. And all of the rates in trucking get a lot easier with distance. The job we're on now is within pretty much no further than 30, 40 miles from most all our markets. So that's some pretty easy trucking. So the rates don't change much. You know, our zones are, well, 50 miles, basically. There's a few other mills that might have some shorter zones, but 50 miles. So that zone pricing for what I get doesn't change between 45 and 10 miles. So for me, if we're doing a job that's got good location, close trucking, it allows me to either to pay a little more, but also make a little better money. Also, like where we are, the truck is going to be able to do, 5 loads a day, which even if they are making less, I'm capitalizing a little bit more on the location. The truck's still making way more money. So I'm sure I'm missing a lot of stuff. It's just, all in all, trucking's pretty difficult. So I always look at it, every job's different. And every job's different. And I would have a different view on every job as to how I was going to make those rates. Also, during certain times of the year, especially with center mounts, is having good access for trucking. The other thing, for people who aren't from the Northeast, we can truck year round. We can truck year round. What I mean when the roads are posted is after it's been cold and we've been putting frost in the ground from December until, whenever that thaw is. Winter's not over, but the frost starts to go out and anything below the tar is like soup. So yeah, it's to protect the roads. And so then you have to deal with, the roads are restricted to weight and temperature. And then at some point, it's too warm, and then you need to, however they determine when everything's kind of set back up again, then they'll pull the posters down and you can start trucking again. And that's always different. Southern Maine posters come down quicker. What else? Also, it all depends on your guys. You could have great equipment and guys that aren't up to snuff, and the truck won't make money. I think one of the things I see, and I do take this opinion of things too, is that I see the guys that seem to have good trucks and appear to be making money are guys that have got it figured out one way or the other, and usually they probably have their own woods crew too, but they pay more money. There's certain outfits that that hourly wage is above the median, and in my opinion, anybody I hire who works for me, I'm probably looking for somebody that's a person that's probably going to cost me more money. I don't mind, because I think you get more out of it. You have to do more, but and I think a lot of guys still haven't moved forward in that direction. And it's not the early 2000s, it's not the 90s anymore. So if you're paying somebody 10, 15 bucks an hour, nothing against it, and there's plenty of good guys that do that. I just find it, the quality and production and consistency, I don't see is going to be there. There's too many other options now for them to go do, so you're getting probably not the quality. So the guys, at least with the center, you see it more in the center mounts. The center mount guys that are really good bring more, they get paid more, they get a better hourly wage. Also, I don't know what it's like in other places, but center mount guys, the guys who make money for the owners and themselves, they work a lot more hours. I mean, Mark, who works for us, or Trucks Our Wood, he leaves his house at 2 o'clock in the morning, and an average day is probably 12, 14 hours, probably more than 12, depending on where we're working, because he knows that truck needs to do 3 loads. So if we're somewhere that requires a 16-hour day or more, he's going to do it, because he knows that's what that truck needs to make. And for him to make the money, the hourly wage that he's getting, he has to pull the rope. Nobody can push it. So I hope that shedded a little more light on things. And again, this is just my observations and opinions on this stuff. It's not the Holy Grail. And my thought process on this stuff changes. Some of this stuff, it's changed over time, and it will continue to change. So hopefully this was a more in-depth, better video. I don't know how shaky that was, but like, subscribe, comment,